We got walkers, man. We got walkers. Oh, no! Coral. Take this tour. A few of the movies and television shows shot here.
What do you got going on, man?
Oh, we're looking for, I don't know, man. You got Morgan's walking stick?
I do, actually. Yes, sir.
Yeah, buddy.
I got one of them. I got two different versions. I got this one.
You got the one that's got the spin on it?
Yep.
There we go. There we go.
There you go.
Nice.
No problem.
They're on the doorpost and Soar for Life. I've been a Walking Dead tour guide now for about 8 years. Anything you need to know about, just kind of ask me. I kind of guide you along. Any questions are not stupid, I got you back. Okay? Y'all ready to roll? Let's go. Okay?
Yeah, professional.
Walking Dead from season 2 on to season about 7. After that, they put something else in there, and eventually they came up with a little cartoony intro. What I like to do here, though, is I get everybody in front of it and kind of take some pictures and stuff. Y'all cool with that?
Yeah.
All right, cool.
Coral.
We're going to get side angles, so get over here, and I'm going to just get him to point the bat at you, that's all. All right. And I think that'd be pretty good for your video, too. So I got to be, like I was tied up. Yep. You stand up and point the bat at him. Don't really hit him with it, okay? Right.
Oh, we got to do the gangster sideways.
My rehearsal stayed behind. I always ask everybody, remember the bike moved. That was his job to move both vehicles. Our rehearsal actually moved that motorcycle. He couldn't kickstart or nothing, so I guess he did a good job. But anyway, we got Daryl and Rick running down this alleyway. Let's go reenact that, okay? Head over this way with me. What I want you to do is you walk down here till you get to the pole and take to the left, okay? Be very careful, you don't fall in this little hole right here. Me over here, it's fine. Blood splattered right here, okay? Then Martinez went with a baseball bat, hit the guy upside the head, and that walker's head blew up right here, okay? Anytime you see a walker on The Walking Dead, especially when you have an explosion of the head, they built a cast mold for it. They take some condoms, fill them up with blood, stick them in the cast molding, then they apply pressure and it explodes, okay? That's what you see when you see a walker head explode, okay? Like back when they were leading the walkers away from Alexandria, they took the turn at the road. Well, that's on Gordon Road over here, by the way. But when they did that, they had a lot of explosions. Me and my boy Mike, he actually was on the show 4 or 5 times. I'm not gonna say his last name, but anyway, we went over there because he said they had pretty big explosions over there. We was able to get a bunch of condoms filled with blood from the show. And he actually gave me a full walker mask that he had on the show as well, okay? Y'all have any questions about anything dealing with the walkers or anything?
Is this, you said this is the part where they're like doing that thing. Is this where Daryl throws the knife as well?
Yes, it
Okay.
is, yeah. Don't be scared, get up with it. Go inside and see what Marlon's up to, okay? All right, watch out for my aunt bed. Look like Mount Rushmore over here. This might be good for your YouTube channel right here too, because if you go back into season 3 and you look at the main menu of the DVD, this was a picture. You had Merle's car sitting there and you had the whole backdrop. Yep. Fairway, come over to the window, okay? When he gets to the window, he looks out, sees the guys, runs to the front window over here, which we have covered because they do Walking Dead laser tag on some weekends, so that's what we do that for. All right, when they come back, they actually see the governor. Remember, then we go to take the shot, Ben walked in front of him, he shot Ben instead. The walker had walked over from the car, went over to the window and grabbed him. He took the walker, threw it outside. The walker hit the ground, then Merle tried to kill it, the governor grabbed him. He took Merle, threw him over here, and he landed to the ground right where your feet are right there, okay? He picked Merle up, threw him over here. This is where he landed against the piece of metal on the baler, and that's where he bit his fingers off, spit him through the hole, took him, threw him against his motor right here. He laid back, okay? When he laid back, he said, I'm not going to beg. In other words, he's not begging for his life. The governor finished him, okay? He finished him about right here, because when you rewatch the show, you actually see the breaker boxes in the background, okay? So remember, the biggest deal in Woodbury was the biggest sign of disrespect was not let somebody change into a walker. So what the governor did here was disrespect Merle in a big way, okay? Take all the pictures you want to. I'm about to open up this window. You have the gun we did the Merle shot from. Take much time you want to in here, okay, guys?
Oh, we're good. Yeah.
There you go.
You got it ready for camera? This is where Daryl's standing. Come here, sweetheart. Come here, everybody. Come around me. So I want you to stand right here, facing me, okay? All right. Come over here with me. You got your camera ready, right? All right, so we're going to stand right here. This is where Merle's eating his little Debbie cream cookie. He's over munching down. He gets up, starts walking over to you, right? What you got to do is get him crying like crazy, okay? You got to get a good picture of him.
I'm the worst person to do it.
That's all good. That's the point why we did it.
Imagine me dead. Okay.
I'm still in the trash.
Wow, you're an asshole.
It'd be all right.
I'm literally the worst person to do this.
Just frown, man. Just frown. This is just for y'all. Well, mainly for her, but it's okay.
Hey, how do you do that again? How is that? If you were to stab your brother in the head 68 times,
No, it would be more like, but then
Hey, your brother does kind of get on my nerves a little bit. I'm just saying.
yeah.
No, I was actually able to talk to Norman about this scene. What he actually told me was when he got an inspiration to this scene in particular, he was actually thinking about his dad. His dad had passed away, so that's why he was crying on set. Also, the same thing in the tornado barn when he cried outside. Remember, he's against the tree? Same thing as with his dad, okay? Michael, what you see is what you get, okay? Michael is, y'all met Michael Rucker before. Okay, he's from Jasper, Alabama. He's a good old boy. But they actually had a bunch of tractor trailers right here blocking the road. Remember, saying they didn't want this leaked. It got leaked anyway. What happened was Walker was out here taking selfies of himself. He just happened to be in the background. That's how it got leaked, okay? They started banning cell phones on set after that. Didn't help. We had spoiling the day, started spoiling everything after that, so on and so forth. So this is the big first spoiler that ever really got out because the show was actually getting big right at that point.
I bet that the actor got in trouble for the walker.
Well, I mean, back then it was like, you know, it was frowned upon, but it wasn't a really big deal, okay? The show was still, we call it our tiny little show because I'll be honest with you, when Walking Dead first started coming down here, I was a janitor at Nuna High School, okay, where Otis died. And the show was so tiny, I was mad because I had to work when they were filming that night, okay? So that was my first inkling to know anything about The Walking Dead, okay? He cleared one side of it out and everything that happened to end up in the floor, so they're still cleaning it up right now. Come on in, guys. I see they put some lovely toilets on the floor. That's great. Great.
You guys walk in.
Huh? Who's in for the set? You and him? Okay. This is Miss Jamie. She owns the tour itself. She's in here doing something. What are you doing?
hello again.
Hey, Zoe, I got a friend out here. I got a friend.
Tell them about your podcast, right?
I told him a little bit. I ain't told him much.
All right, well.
There's the lovely toilets of the tour, I guess. This right here is the governor's barn. Okay, Rick actually came through the back door. He came up, they built the actual stage in here to even everything out, okay? Came up, put his hands in there, so Ricky didn't have a gun on the door, so that's my son again. All right, he actually hung his gun up on this piece of wood right here. It used to be a hook, and he sat at the table as well, okay? You have any questions about this at all?
This was where they were negotiating?
Yep, this is the stage, so it looks a lot different in the show. So when you actually see it in the show, all this is evened out. Okay, you actually, if you've been in here and you start watching the show again, you can notice like things in here that was in the show, like that cotton mill sign back there was in the show. We do have the Rick and the Governor's chair was in the show. A lot of this other stuff, you look around, you actually find stuff that was actually in the show in here. Yep. But if you rewatch the show, most of this stuff was on this side, and Jamie's office is in there now. So.
Back here at the shop, all kind of swag.